Woof, woof. Hey, happy day 606 of What's She Up To Now? S-H-E, she, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, here, also known as Pajama Grandma. Today, I was doing my Supersize Your Business segment on a snake in the grass. And it's really interesting because I've been walking in the state park. This is a state park by where I live for, almost 10 years now. Not quite 10 years, but almost 10 years. And in that amount of time, I've only ever run across 3 snakes. Now, I've gone for thousands of walks in this park, right? Thousands of them. And I've only ever seen a snake on 3 occasions. And every one of those occasions caused me to take a closer look at my life, because I'm like, all right, I've been out here thousands of times. Granted, I don't like snakes. Snakes, kind of hide in the grass and they're not really out in the open. But the fact that I saw those snakes caused me to look at my life and say, well, what's going on in my life that I would see a snake in the grass? Because, of course, a snake in the grass symbolizes to us human beings that there's something going on around us. Either there's something traitorous or unfaithful or underhanded or untrustworthy or, mischievous or deceitful going on around us. And I thought, well, I couldn't really think about anything first time. And then I looked about my life and my business and found out that my husband and I at the time, had a very, very bad business partner. I can't even say bad enough, because it was I still am incredulous at the situation and the stuff that went down around that situation. And I'm incredulous that I let so much stuff go, and even in the end, I just let so much stuff go, because I've learned that, you know what, sometimes it's just not worth the frustration and the damage and the trials and tribulations that you personally have to go through to deal with somebody that's just awful. Sometimes it's better to just wash your hands of that awful individual and just put it behind you. The second time I saw a snake in the grass, turns out my husband was cheating on me. So there's that. That's why he's my ex-husband. Third time I saw a snake in the grass, I was in the process of selling my food business, and I was in negotiations with somebody, and I just had I was cool with it until I saw the snake in the grass, and it made me take notice of and start doing more investigating into this individual that I was thinking about selling my business to, and had been in talks with, and realized that this was not the type of person that I would ever want to sell the business to. So in thousands of walks, only 3 times did I actually see a snake in the grass, and that every time, so one of those things that reminded me to pay attention to my gut, pay attention to my intuition. If I had a feeling something's going on, usually it doesn't come to the point where it has to wake me up so much. Okay, that's a lie, because I had to have a sudden cardiac arrest to change my life, to change my lifestyle and the pace I was living. So I guess I do need a physical sign a lot of the times before I act on my instinct and the things that I'm thinking and feeling. I'm better at it now. If I get a feeling that I shouldn't go somewhere or shouldn't do something, I just don't do it. I used to question that, but now it's pretty much no, I don't question it anymore, because of things like these snake in the grass stories, because of things like having a sudden cardiac arrest, because of things like every time if I look back, I don't know if you ever do this lifeline analysis where you take a look at your past and you say, what are the high points, what are the low points, and what changed based on that. And the reason I do that, and the reason I was in a training where we did that, and why I've done it since then, is because it seems that every time we think something is the end of the world and a catastrophe, that is actually, when you look back at that, those are the turning points in our life that set us in the direction that we really want to be going, that we really need to be going, but that we've been off track. A prime example of that is my sudden cardiac arrest. Up until that point, I was running through my life worse than a chicken with my head cut off, doing everything and anything that I thought I should do, but none of the things that felt good to me. And I needed that full dead stop, literally dead stop, to give myself permission to actually pay attention to what was right for me and right for how my life should be going, not how I thought it should be going, based on what everyone else around me was telling me. So sometimes we need that full stop. Now, most people would think that dropping dead is the worst possible thing that can happen to you. And when it happened, I probably thought, okay, this is one of the worst things that could possibly happen to a person. But after I made some changes and learned some things and studied some things, and I look back on it now, I think that is the absolute best thing that's ever happened to me. Okay, except for my children being born, because they're, of course, the very best things. But as far as other things, that was really a bad thing that happened, but a good thing that happened, because it allowed me to stop doing things I shouldn't have been doing anyway, and to choose to do things that were right. So I am looking at starting a new challenge today. The One Funnel Away challenge is done. Actually, they're doing it every 2 weeks now, so I'm sure I'll be helping groups through that. But it's not my main focus now for the next little while. And I was trying to decide, what do I want my main focus to be? I was at the cardiologist, and he's like, you need to get your blood pressure down. So I decided, and I just decided this like before I started the video, I'm going to do a 90-day pajamagram of blood pressure challenge. And I'm going to see if I can't, in the next 90 days, make some lifestyle changes to get my blood pressure down. I would love anybody that wants to join me on that. I'll probably do it on my painkillers page. I've got a painkillers with a Z Facebook page and Facebook group. And I think I'll do it on that because it seems most appropriate. Because a lot of times we have challenges and health challenges, and that's where I deal with anything health challenge related. So I just thought of that. I'll do it on the painkillers page. I'll do it for 90 days. Now, 90 days is kind of hard because I've got a Oktoberfest trip in there. I've got a trip to Texas in there, and I've got a cruise in there. And it would end up, if today's what, the 23rd, that means it would end up like 2 days before Christmas. So the day before Christmas Eve would be the 90-day mark. And then I usually do a bonus day. So Christmas Eve would be the bonus day, right? So right before Christmas, we will end the 90-day blood pressure challenge. Now, I've never done a blood pressure challenge before. I've done stress challenges. I've done all kinds of business challenges. I've never really done weight loss challenges. I've read about burpee challenges and watched other people do them, but I don't believe in burpees. I think that they're a ridiculous exercise that could kill someone with a heart condition. So, no burpee challenges for me. I did a plank challenge once, believe it or not. What else have I done? I've done lots of different challenges. So I am going to, starting today, do a blood pressure challenge. And my first challenge is going to be to find my blood pressure cup, because I have no idea where it is. And if I don't find it, I'm going to have to go to the store and get a new one, because you can't start a challenge if you don't know what your starting point is. And since I moved recently, I'm pretty sure where I am right now, I've got it packed somewhere, but I don't know where, because I didn't do a particularly awesome job of marking the boxes. Went to my storage unit yesterday because my mom and sisters and I are going to have a garage sale on Friday and Saturday. I hate garage sales. I will tell you right now, I hate garage sales. 90% of my stuff just went to charity, but of the stuff I kept, I still kept too much stuff. And so as I was looking around, I've got a storage unit. I have a storage unit full to the brim. Not really full to the brim, because the ceiling's like 20 feet high and I can only get up about 8. It's a very large storage unit, and it's got a lot of stuff in it that I still looked at it and I'm like, I don't need any of this stuff. I don't really need any of it. I don't want any of it. I don't know what I want to do next. So I want to just start a lot of things over. I don't want to take a lot of the things from the past with me, and they can bless a lot of other people. A lot of other people can use them. So we're going to just do a day and one day basically, and a couple hours garage sale. And then anything that doesn't go, we're just going to have charity come and pick it all up, because that's so much easier. And I don't even know why we're doing a garage sale. It was one of my sister's ideas, and I'm like, well, I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, we can throw it in there. But most of my stuff, I don't think anybody would want to buy. That's why I give it away. But then I'm wrong about that usually too. So, 90-day challenge, blood pressure. Specific challenge. What can we do to reduce our blood pressure? And so it'll be all about for 90 days. And I have no idea, because I just decided today I was going to do it. I have no idea what each of the days are going to include, but I'm sure they'll include some things about nutrition. I got a couple books from my mom yesterday on blood pressure. My mom is like the queen of researching nutrition things and ailments, because somebody in the family's always got some kind of ailment that she's praying for. And so she researches it and looks it up and finds supplements and sends them to us and takes good care of us. So she, of course, had a couple of books that have natural ways of dealing with blood pressure. Now, my personal reason and purpose for wanting to do a blood pressure challenge is I don't want to go on a blood pressure pharmaceutical medicine. I take one pharmaceutical product, it's called metoprolol, and it's a beta blocker because I've got this ICD. I had a sudden cardiac arrest, so I've got an Ironman box, and you need a beta blocker, according to the doctors. And I will admit, I tried to not take it twice for about a year at a time, and it sent my blood pressure through the roof. I guess it also helps keep your blood pressure down. But my blood pressure, even taking that, is high, too high. So I need to take steps to get that down. So what I want to do, today's challenge, day 1, this welcome day, will be to find my blood pressure cup and figure out what my blood pressure is. And then we will set guidelines. We'll probably say, okay, you got to take your blood pressure every day at the same time every day. Obviously having light problems today, I don't know. All of my connections, my cell phone plug and connection is having problems. I bought a brand new cord, it still isn't charging. My light cord is having problems. I don't know if I'm just super hard on cords or something, but obviously there's something going on there. So, new challenge. I'm actually excited about it because it's so different than the business challenges and things I usually do that I think it's going to be fun, and I think it's a good, fun way to end the year. I mean, it's always better to improve our health, right? Because guess what? If we don't have our health, we don't have anything. All this business building crap that I like to do, it doesn't mean anything if I'm not around to actually do it, right? We can't change the world if we can't even take care of ourselves. So, if you'd like to join me in this challenge, go ahead and just message in, or put in the message, put it in the comments below, or direct message me, and I will send you the link to the Facebook page. I don't even think it's a private page. Yeah, it's probably a private page because it's about pain. So painkillers. It's called PAINKILLERZ, painkillers. Something I've wanted to do something on for a really long time, and it's just been kind of a holding group and a holding place because pain is really personal, and for me, you know, I don't talk about pain a lot, but I've had chronic pain for, you know, my entire life, but especially since my 20s, my early 20s, and it's just been a part of my life. It controlled my life for about 3 years. I was bedridden, and then I was like, yeah, this isn't going to be my life because I won't be around if this is my life. And that's when I started to change into a whole lot of different things to get out of pain. Now, I still have pain. I still experience pain. I've got rheumatoid arthritis and all kinds of other crap, and now blind. I'm legally blind, but you still keep going. You got to figure it out. So I like to do health challenges, and I like to work with health challenges. But pain is so personal. It's for me, it's hard to talk about, so I know it's hard for other people to talk about. So I've always kind of steered clear of doing anything with that. But this is a good thing to do. Blood pressure is a pretty common ailment, and I think will be a good thing for a challenge, right? Because the truth is, whenever we need to change something, it's a challenge for us, right? And when we need to create lifestyle changes and good habits that are in our own best interest, those things take time. Those things are hard. We can't just snap our fingers and all of a sudden our blood pressure is where it should be. We can't just snap our fingers and all of a sudden our weight is where we want it to be. We can't just snap our fingers and, you know, we're 6 feet tall, especially if we're under 5'2". So I'm obviously a little excited about this. You know, I love it when I just get an idea in the morning and I'm like, yep, that's what my next thing is going to be. And I was looking at my notebook as I'm planning in the morning to do my videos, and I'm like, all right, I just finished the 1 funnel away challenge. What am I going to do next? I need something next, because I always need a next thing. Human beings, we always need that next thing. We always need something to be striving for. So what are you striving for? If I can help you in any way, go ahead, write in the comments below as well, and hit me up, ask me anything. I like to say ask me anything. And if I don't know the answer, I will point you to the person that does, or the resource, or the person that I know that does. Or they can point you to the person that does. That's it. Have an amazing day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.